Hey, so we have our sponsor, Tropicala Taste. You see all this delicious, gorgeous food. What do you think about it?
It looks fantastic.
It looks like food.
Start that again.
It's all right, we'll cut 'em out.
No, I'm kidding. Okay,
No,
keep it going.
Good. It looks good, man.
All right, let's dig in.
Finally get to try food for the
what do we
first
got
time.
here?
Hey, man, I'm
What
trying
we
to
got?
talk here, sir.
Oh, sorry. You know what's funny? I can't hear you too well because I got this side covered.
That's fufu and just kind of like that's the sticky stuff, the white putty,
Okay.
and you use that like this.
With 3 fingers exactly.
How many fingers do you want to use?
Bro, you gotta do the hand motion. If you're not doing the hand motion, you're not eating it right.
Okay.
It's like this. Like, you gotta.
So
and then you gotta like play with it. And
then what is this we got here? What do we got here? Chicken?
I think it's meat.
Chicken, preferably. Yeah, chicken. And then I have a turkey leg with plantains and rice and sauces. So.
So these are plantains. What we got here?
Yes.
Oh, this is Viking turkey leg?
Plátanos.
Viking.
Are you asking someone, or are you just?
No, I'm pointing to the camera and telling them how good this Viking turkey leg is. Would you like a piece?
What is?
Yes, eventually. I'm gonna try this first.
Okay. What you do this?
So this, and then you gotta like palm it, and, throw in the sauce.
Okay. Okay. So how do I?
Yep, you got it. Oh,
You gotta get your hands messy, man.
it's like Play-Doh.
Okay.
Edible.
All right.
I'm not saying that your food looks like Play-Doh. This looks really good.
No disrespect.
No disrespect to the community of fufu.
Hey, that's pretty good.
It's different. It's got like
That's good. I like the fufu.
the turkey leg is more of like a savory flavor. It's not too salty, which I like. You know.
That's really good.
I'm gonna get more of this fufu.
I like the flavors. Like you can actually like the different flavors from like Hispanic flavor and like the African flavor, like how he does it.
So this got like hints of like Hispanic flavor to it to you.
Yeah, definitely.
Just the adobo. So,
Bro, I need to be more cultured, bro.
That's why we're here eating.
that's why you got the Hispanic on it.
You know what I'm saying?
And then Isaiah.
You got me, the Hispanic.
Oh, thanks, brother.
But
Onions.
Onions?
Onions.
is that what this is?
Mm-hmm. These are not no ordinary onions.
So this is the hot stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna here. You can take that. I'm Hispanic, but I'm a great value Hispanic. I didn't.
Take it back.
I do not do with
The hot stuff.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
He just ate some and burst into flames.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hot stuff.
They're hot. Y'all will hear about it.
You definitely got to try your sauces, though.
This one?
Oh, yeah, that's definitely hot. Yeah, that's...
Probably all. I thought you just had one. No?
Mm-hmm. Well, y'all didn't get rice, so I kind of...
You got rice.
I'm
is that rice?
Yeah, mine's not.
Dude, I thought you were digging into the fufu with a fork.
Mm-mm.
No, I can do without a fork. Remember, I'm Hispanic. I can do without a fork. I get into this.
Hey, not gonna lie, Pod. It's delicious. So, I'm thinking about let's drop.
Have you tried the chicken yet?
We dropping what?
Let's just drop our first episode.
Oh, okay. What are we dropping then?
Are y'all so we talking about? Are we talking about business on the pod?
Yeah, I think they deserve to know. We ready to give y'all what y'all been asking for.
Well, if they see this episode,
well,
there's already episodes released because it's like the third, ain't it?
You want to put this in the first episode?
I can do it.
I mean, this is like 3 weeks.
Oh, actually, yeah.
This is like
because now we have an interview with him.
Interview with who?
What is his name?
Yeah, the first one, you know.
Mm-hmm. Every time.
My bad, guy in the chair. We
every time.
Y'all got me? My bad. I was talking to my guy in the chair, Pod.
Bro,
we got an awesome guy in the chair, by the way. We're gonna give it up for Ryan.
Yeah,
Woo!
absolutely.
Ryan is awesome.
He helped us with our second episode, right?
Yep.
Yes.
It's kind of sad he had to question about that. But
That's crazy, man. I remember Ryan.
I remember Ryan for sure.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
I know Ryan's
I'm just
a great
enjoying
guy.
my chicken.
Yep. So I'm
I
all
remember
full
Ryan.
because I kind of ate at church earlier.
I think we all did.
We all did, but I'm actually really hungry again. This is good.
Nick, you see what you're doing for the people? We love it.
Absolutely.
Really good.
Yeah, shout out to Nick.
Shout out to you. Best believe I'm going to destroy all this.
Destroy.
But not right now.
Best believe.
Best believe.
Cut right now because it's going to get ugly.
I mean, we're sponsored, so we got half off on this too.
Let's go.
Hey.
Nick,
Shout out to my guy
appreciate
Nick.
you.
We need more sponsors so we can get half off everywhere we go, so we can eat free forever, bro. Who wants to eat free forever? Me.
Half off. Eat free. That makes sense.
So what's our final reviews?
Well,
We gotta give ratings
Yes.
10 out of 10.
I'm
I
gonna
love
give
this
this 10
stuff.
out of 10.
I absolutely love
for
this.
sure.
First time having fufu, by the way.
Yes, sir. First time.
10 out
I'm
of 10.
sorry.
If thinking about it. Yeah, man. Do it right. Come on, hit it. Yep. There you go.
We know he ate fufu before. We officially know that.
And when you eat it, you gotta do that. That's what I've been told.
The ASMR on the mic is crazy. All right, guys.
Like that.
Let's head this off to the side.
Awesome. Great food.
Little
Are we, Oh, I just realized the plate.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, I got a tiny bit of green sauce, but it's not much.
Destroying the.
It won't even show up.
Do we want to take a second to go wash hands? And...
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
The answer to this, he knows the answer. He said, Adam, who told you? Who told you that you were naked? Who did that? He wanted Adam to identify that Adam did something he should have never done, but he identified the source of the separation between him and Adam. Who told you that? And I've got a question for somebody here today. That you feel you can't make it back to God? Who told you that? Who told you? Who told you that you can't be clean from that addiction? Who told you? Who told you that the church doesn't love you? Who told you? Who told you that God can never put you back in that place of ministry that he had you before? Who told you that? Who's been speaking into your ear? Who's been lying to you? Who told you that the people around you don't pray for you? Come on, who told you those lies? And so God begins to identify and drill down to the source of our soul and show us where we have strayed from.
Welcome to the Truth Juice podcast, where we got to tell the truth. We squeeze it all out and we label it as juice. I'm Uncle Stu.
I'm Zay.
It's your boy Hesitation.
We're bringing you the Truth Juice podcast.
Yeah, I like the intro with the sound effects. Something new every week, man. I like it.
I just want to say I'm proud of you guys because we all have our shirts on. First episode.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Remember like the last time where
getting your shirts last time, guys.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Anyways,
How's everybody's week gone?
pretty good.
Even though it's been like we ain't got to talk about it. But yeah, how's everybody?
Yeah, last week when we did that last
Yeah.
episode. Right?
Yeah.
You got a haircut
Yeah.
in a week.
The time lapse is crazy.
I'm saying,
You guys are married now? That's crazy.
bro, I have 3 kids. No, but how's everybody doing?
Decent, Yeah, life is life.
Directly into the
feel
mics,
that.
do you
I
remember?
feel that.
Don't have to talk directly in the mic.
Only do it for comedic effect.
Facts. I just said life is lifing for sure. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Life is definitely lifing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a big poll we want to talk about, I guess.
Poll.
You call it a poll, or what do we call it? I guess we're talking about the presidential campaign. We're talking about that. You know, politics can be really iffy. Everybody can feel some type of way, but we brought facts here to True Juice. So, you know, you kind of sway which way you want to sway, and we're going to tell you how we feel this way.
Yeah, especially with what's going on right now, facts can be quite different depending on who you're listening to, who you're going with, and who you're talking to, even in person.
Honestly, for sure.
Yeah, because right now there's there's one specific topic we want to hit that just happened, but there's been so much misinformation even in the past 8 years about everything that's already going on. Stuff that happened down here in downtown Grand Rapids, that kind of stuff too, you know.
I feel as if with the whole Donald Trump, the whole shooting event that happened, it's a lot of details that's missing, and so therefore, you know, on the pros, it's like, you know, he's trying to start a evolution of something else, and then on the con side, it's like, you know, is it staged or is this something that he's using for propaganda? And I'm not here to say that either way is wrong. I'm here to say that as far as who's leading our country and who I want to lead our country, I'm more pro Donald Trump for sure. I mean, I'm more. What about you?
I'm glad we're putting that out there now.
I mean, this shit is truth juice.
Yeah, whoever. I mean, it's up to every person, every individual, who they want to be for, who they want to have, you know, supporting them in this country. And so far, I've seen that it's been Trump, but a lot of people will go and deny that, and they will have their ideas of him. But with today's society, with media and a lot of stuff like that, it's been proven time and time again that they're lying to us about everything that they put out on social media, on the news. Everything that's been put out there has most likely been a lie. And so it's really hard to know who to trust when they're talking about certain topics. So that's why I want to really tread lightly on these waters, you know, when we're doing this.
So with me,
anyways,
so there's no secret. I don't care about any of this, but it's been proven and like shown to me that I should care, but probably I will eventually.
So in that case, I still don't care.
So I just, in my opinion, I've always stood as like, I don't really care who wins or who loses, but it's been shown now that it's like I probably should, and that Trump shows a little bit more towards the Christian side, and so if I had to choose, probably be him, but I don't really pay attention very much to politics, and probably should.
So we figured that it'd be a lot of hezies out there that probably don't care, or
God, I hope not.
Care.
I understand.
But I brought some pretty interesting details on each side of the campaign, and you guys we're gonna break down. You know, if
sure,
yeah, no, you know how I get. So for right now, Kamala is in speeches and rallies. She has voiced support for continuing many of President Joe Biden's measures, such as lowering drug costs, forgetting student loan debt, and eliminating so-called junk fees. How do you guys feel about that in particular?
That's a topic I don't know too much about.
So, like, saying, like, the drug costs, maybe, like, as far as pharmaceuticals, some things like marijuana, THC, she's lowering the cost of those, forgetting student loan debt. I mean, we had... Oh, go ahead.
With stuff like that, like, so it's lowering pharmaceuticals, but with the news they would probably just lean towards more the marijuana side and make it seem like it's a bad thing. But it's also helpful for people that can't afford their medication. So I can see where it's a good thing and then how people can view it as a bad thing.
I can also say like that's. I'll be careful with my words.
Sounds like you're not speaking the truth
Right.
on this podcast. That's called truth juice.
Well, we're talking about Harris here. So I would say forgiving like student loans and stuff like that, it would be a pretty big deal. And
Yeah.
in that case, I'm not sure how any of that really works yet. So I'm not going to say too much on it other than it would be a nice thing for people who are in debt and who have been in debt for, decades. From, my sister was still in debt till about 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Student loans and all that crap.
Yeah. I'm glad I never got to that. Because student loans would probably kill me.
Crazy. So about that, my comments on that is that with student loans and stuff like that, previous presidents have been saying it's like, that we're gonna forgive this, and it really takes a lot. Do we not understand that like it has to go through channels and channels and channels and get approved by the Congress? It's going through like dozens of hands. So everything that they propose is going to be cemented,
So there's also something I heard recently about, I don't know how true it is, but it was just something that was brought up to me yesterday actually, about Kamala Harris's, one of her things that she was promising, that I heard something that she wanted to release people from jail and start like a rehabilitation and giving them jobs instead. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if you guys heard of anything like that, but I don't think we should do that. So,
True details.
I'm a back and forth for that because prison, it's a system developed to pay the government.
no, it's true. Yeah.
Because they keep money they get money for keeping people in prison. People that, some dude that sold marijuana years ago that like has been in prison for
Stuff like that. I
X amount of
understand.
years.
Like for people like money fraud or they can do like stuff like that, but like
for some dude that ran like
murders and like
a cartel,
people
or
that
something.
like sexually assault people, leave them in there for as long as possible. But like, I don't know
too much about.
I don't know too much about it, but that's something I heard.
Another trial that I want to talk about is the Roe versus Wade. I don't know if you guys heard about the Roe versus Wade trial.
I heard it got overturned, but I don't know what that meant.
So it hasn't quite got overturned yet, but it's in the process of being overturned. It was about kind of anti-reproductive freedom tour. So basically saying that trying to make abortion more illegal. So
They overturn it as a new precedent so that all lawsuits and stuff like that, verdicts, don't necessarily have to follow that precedent that was already set. So if they rule against it now, that means that any trials going forward don't necessarily have to follow the precedent of when it was decided.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
We just heard word from our guy in the chair. Thank you.
Right.
I love that guy in the chair. You're awesome. We're going to keep giving you shout outs.
We appreciate you, Ryan.
So yeah, and it's more of like a reproductive freedoms tour. Me personally, I feel as if I'm always been against abortion. I know that's a really touchy subject, but this is truth juice, and I won't say the reasons why, because per se, like everybody has their reasons why. If you want more reasons, you can actually comment below in the link below and send us messages on why we have that standpoint. But we're not here to debate everybody. What about y'all?
Has he?
I think abortion is bad. That's it. So I don't know. This is me because I don't know very much about politics. So I'm just here.
So my standpoint on it is abortions just to have abortions is outright murder. Just to have them. If someone's trying to go for if it's the life of the mother to the life of the baby, that's also another touchy subject, which in that case, a decision has to be made. If a decision has to be made, that's up to them. But if the decision is like, well, the mother has like a 76% chance to survive, even though there's a chance that she can die, I would still rule in favor of the life of another human being.
So
Of both human beings.
from things I've heard. So how do you feel about a child from rape? How do you feel about
that? That's another thing that's very touchy and very, very hard to discuss.
Yeah.
Because I have my feelings on abortion in general, but when it comes to that subject, it's like, wow, do we really want this child to go through that?
Right.
But also we're batting with two lives in the same instance.
Yeah.
Because if we're coming from a spiritual standpoint, life begins at conception,
Right.
or even before.
There you go. Love
But that's another, like, for me, one, the convicted, I mean, should either be I'll be very careful. Should either be given life in prison or castrated. That's my personal viewpoint on that, is like, if you do something like this, I mean, if people want to call for a death penalty, I'm not for it, but I wouldn't be against it. Because that's an in and of itself going against what I literally just said. Like, let's not take another life, but let's kill the guy that did it.
Right.
Because that would be I would be contradicting myself right now.
And that's what we want. We want to hear everything you want, like the raw details about how you feel. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're here for, True Juice. My take on it is that I do not like, rape victims. It's a very sensitive subject, right? And I understand that it happens, but so many things unfortunately happen to so many people. We have people getting hit by cars, just like people getting shot, and they just in like wrong place, wrong timing. And it's not saying like, oh, it's your fault because you were there, but we're here to say that, like, in support, I think the nation should support women that are rape victims, and they should support them in a way to where, like, the babies are like covered for life, because 100%. We have billions of dollars that we just waste.
Definitely like therapy for the mother, because that's just, it's so hard to deal with, even going through that if they go through with the birth.
I think we need to, regardless of our standpoint on abortion in that matter, we need to respect and support them in whatever decision they make regarding what they want to do with that life that they have now, inside them.
All right. And now we're off of Kamala. We're on to Trump. And Trump has some interesting things that I thought were interesting. Now, he has something that he had. Okay, we'll get to that a little last, because Hezi and Isaiah might not too much like that one, but he will revoke every Biden policy promoting the chemical castration and sexual mutilation of our youth, and the Congress to send a bill prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states. I'm starting to think that was like, castration stuff like is like gender changes for younger children. I'm definitely against that. Not just because it's transgender. Like I'm being very careful with my words. I'm only against that because kids do not know what they're doing.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's just like, no matter your standpoint on what do you believe, I just feel like with children, it's they're not mentally there yet to make that decision.
Capable.
Yeah.
Even.
So it's just, I feel like whatever your decision is in the future, that's not for me to say. It's just, well, as a kid, I feel like they should just let them be a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, these parents that push that stuff onto their children, it's the parents ultimately pushing that stuff on their children because at a certain point, your kid can decide to go and completely rearrange their, reproductive organs and their parts and stuff.
Facts.
At 12 years old, these kids can do that. They want to be allowed to let their children do that to themselves.
It's like giving like the child like it's almost forcing your will on a child like that hasn't even like those kids that like LeBron James' son. LeBron didn't push him to be like a basketball player. It's kind of like he just seen pops do it and he wants to be that. Mm-hmm. It's not something he forced on his kids. And I don't think any kid should be forced to do something that that their parents did. So.
Also, like with decisions being made at 12, like I made some dumb decisions when I was 12.
What did you do at 12? Let's talk about it.
Man, so many
Are we on
things.
Good Mythical Morning? Let's talk about that.
So many things. And like, I'm glad I was saved from some of those decisions, thankfully. And knowing that I would regret them today, like I was a dumb 12-year-old and just following like peer pressure. I'm not saying that some of these kids are doing that, but like that's just stuff I did. And I'm glad that I was saved from some of the stuff.
Yeah, and you came out great.
I'm leaving the pond.
Okay, and then we got one more thing with Trump. Maybe two, possibly. So this one is the immigration and border central campaign issue.
Yeah, how you feel about that, Isaiah?
How do y'all feel?
Two dudes just come grab me and take me away. My view on it. Oh gosh. They're ready to go.
Once again, that's our guy in the chair.
They're ready to get him.
Ryan's just like, boys, we got him. I'm out of here. Anyway, Stu, go ahead.
What I think about.
Oh, I see why you said we didn't like this.
Yeah, I know. What I think about the immigration, I love the fact that it's so many people that see America for what it is as the land of the free, home of the brave, supposedly.
Right.
But as like me being overseas when I was in the Army, I would see kids that were not like fortunate, and just to see that how they viewed us and how they viewed our lifestyle on just the screens. They would have YouTube pulled up and they would see how we live. And they're like, oh, I want to live like that. Just a little bit more freedom than what they have. They constantly are workers. So they don't really have education like they should. So I would imagine that for like, Mexico or any other place that people are trying to come to the U.S. over. But at the same time, at what cost do we kind of have? It's like it does leave us a lot more jobless, but at the same time, it's like, can we make arrangement to where it helps both of us? It helps the American citizens and it helps immigration, but they still become citizens. Like, if we could come up with that, genius.
I think I've been hearing a lot more about this.
Isaiah's Mexican, by the way.
Because I'm Hispanic. Because at least I'm not Canadian. But I've been hearing a lot more about this, and I didn't really care for it in the beginning when Trump became president in 2016. I didn't have a big deal, with building the wall or whatever. I would just joke about it and whatever. But I'm still getting information in. But from what I'm hearing is that because we let illegal immigrants into the country, they will for themselves, they will work at any wage they can possibly get because they're just trying to make a living, right? But in turn, that gives these companies the ability to not give the maximum amount of wage. You know, you got the minimum wage, you got your maximum wage. They won't give that out to legal American citizens because they know that these illegal immigrants will work for nothing. Because that's all they need per se, because they just need something, and these big companies know that they can pay them nothing and get away with it.
Yeah.
And in turn, that hurts us because we're sitting here trying to afford a $1,400, $1,500, $2,500 rent, just rent, even.
Yeah.
And we're still working at 7, at 10, 15
Bro,
an hour.
It's like impossible to have an apartment on your own without having like a roommate or just like today's living. Like, bro,
Crazy work. Look, any president that pays my rent, bro, put him in office. Straight up.
Just straight up pays for it. Yeah.
You know, I mean, I like when we was getting those stimmies. Those stimmies were love.
I love those stimmies. Like, I'm saying, but now that we're seeing the
repercussions
of it, I know like things are more expensive now, but I still miss. I wouldn't mind another
Bro,
stimmy.
I didn't get touched by a stimmy.
You
dude.
didn't, bro? Were you too young at the time?
No, I just didn't get to.
That's
I
great. You might have been
never
too
got one.
young. I think if your parents claimed you on their taxes, that's probably what happened. They got your
probably.
stimmy.
Dang, bro.
All right, well, time to hit up Dad.
Hey, where that
Hey,
stimmy
Dad,
at
you owe
from?
me $2,500.
And also my
Just laughing in the background.
so my thoughts on immigration.
You got 3.
3.
All right, boys, let's get them.
I was blessed with 2, but 3, man. Ugh. There we go.
There you go.
See, now we just need marriage and kids, and we can get paid.
We're learning a lot about our guy in the
Just
chair.
just have kids.
You
just
know what?
To write them off.
I feel like-
yeah, you said.
I feel like we should have our guy in the chair on the episode.
I mean, that'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome if we had our guy.
Just give him a mic, also, too. You know, just have him talking. But so for my
Yeah, he said, no.
for my opinion on immigration, send them all back. I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm joking.
Oh, my Lord.
Jokes.
Cancel.
Jokes.
Cancel.
I'm kidding.
Let's talk about that.
This is one of my closest
I
friends. He
edited
is
that out.
Mexican. I'm joking, and I am also Puerto Rican. I'm joking.
Yeah, so let's send him back.
Y'all can do that.
Let's get him out of here.
I can't do that.
So,
I can't do that.
how I really do feel is like I feel when like people come over to our country, I feel like we shouldn't. The way that they send them back is so just like it hurts my heart a little bit because like. Why from like sending them back like that or just like keeping them somewhere? Why wouldn't you just help them and like help them get a job or like help them like try to integrate them like the proper way instead of like saying, "Oh, we have illegal immigrants in our country. We need to get them out."
I think that clashes with the idea that we still have to find housing for them, and that also. But
then-
I don't like the way that they do separate families sometimes, but in account with like everybody coming over at the same time, it's like we have no space for you. You have to go back.
But
And-
it's different with like each different race. Like Asians, they kind of like. I hope that's the proper term.
Don't cancel me.
You see black. No, I'm just kidding.
So like
People from the Asian descent,
people from the Asian
Get him.
descent.
Drag him.
cancel him. He's
Cancel him.
He's just serious.
Let's get.
I was
Uncle Stu
joking. He
canceled.
is serious.
Let's rephrase that, brother.
Okay.
All right.
Nope. No.
You got it.
So yes, it's different for like Hispanics or Asians or anything like that. Kind of more, they're more brought into the money. I feel like, or also Arabians, like they kind of like already have like a established culture here. When they bring people over with Hispanics, it's different. They don't really have that.
I feel like it's different for Hispanics because how they get here. Because I feel like with Asians, or like people from the Asian descent, so they have to fly over. So they know that they're here, and that they probably want to integrate somehow. They go get citizenship or get a job or they get married or something, but they know that they're here. But with some people from Mexico that come over, I feel like we don't know how many people come over. So that's probably why.
That too, and there's a lot of I mean, Mexico in itself is just run by cartels, and a lot of those guys come across as well. You know, with this false like sheepskin of, oh, we're trying to work and trying to be citizens and stuff like that, and they'll come over, and that's another big deal. But also, what I learned recently was that temporary visas, they'll get temporary visas, and then the visa will run out, and then they'll stay longer. That's why they're illegal.
Yeah, I know about the visas. It's like a 3-month thing for the visa.
Yeah, and they have to continually get it renewed. But some people don't do that, and I think that's one of the things we're really talking about too.
Right.
Is that I saw someone talking to, I think it was Piers Morgan or Tucker Carlson. They were talking to him, and she was like, "Yeah, I came here legally with a visa," and he was like, "Oh, okay, cool. The visa, you were here, but we're talking about people who came illegally." And she was like, "Yeah, but after my visa ran out and I stayed longer," he's like, "Oh, you stayed longer, so you're still illegal." Like that's the whole point that we're trying to make, is like we're not talking just like you're out of here. But like we need to take a process to get these things done.
Right.
But when people come in and we keep just allowing people to overflow the borders,
right,
we have to deal with housing, we have to deal with work, we have to deal with homelessness.
Okay.
Can we see that jump shot one more time though? That jump shot was wild.
I don't play.
That's brick,
him.
if I've ever seen it. Possibly an air ball.
Okay, so
what was that third topic that you were like scared to talk about with us?
Is that this one?
no, that was literally this time.
that was-
I was
okay.
just like, I don't know how they gonna feel about it, but let's go into it.
Gotcha.
It's true juice.
We got what?
Now we got a little verse, Now we got a little verse that I would love to dissect, because we all about the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And,
Jesus Christ.
I really Jesus Christ. Yo, that dude is funny.
Jesus Christ.
He'd be killing it.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, it says in 1 Corinthians 4:10, and I just want y'all to
I'll look this up too.
tell me how y'all feel about this verse or what comes to the spirit.
You said
So you're gonna read it?
4:10.
Or just
1 Corinthians 4:10, chapter
Yes.
4, verse 10.
give us
I
some
got
time.
the New King James Version. What do you guys got?
I kind of, me, I got the whole thing. I kind of probably should read it in ESV. Can you read it in ESV for us?
I can read it in ESV.
Because, we want our viewers to be able to understand.
Yeah, because our viewers aren't smart or anything. We're calling you dumb, by the way.
Those are our viewers. This is my second time coming for y'all.
Stu don't like y'all.
This is crazy.
What was the verse again?
1 Corinthians 4:10. If y'all don't mind reading it, whoever.
I'm not there
You
yet.
got it, Hezzy?
Nope.
Okay. All right, I can go for it. We are fools for Christ's sake, but you are wise in Christ. We are weak, but you are strong. You are held in honor, but we in dispute.
Deep.
Disrepute? How does that?
Well, mine say, but we are despised.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to start off and say, Hezzy, what does that kind of mean for you?
So I have the English Standard Version because I'm not good
'Cause he's
at
American.
understanding some stuff. So this is, you said 1 Corinthians 4:10.
Yep.
Right.
Do you want to read it in ESV? Because
Yeah.
I thought he read it in ESV.
That was that ESV?
Was that ESV?
Yeah, that was ESV.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't like ESV, to be honest.
I don't really. I'm more of a King Jameser.
I'm a King Jameser.
King James.
I got so like the last part. This makes a little more sense to me because I can't read. It says this is the NIV. We are fools for Christ, but you are so wise in Christ. We are weak, but you are strong. You are honored, we are dishonored. If that makes a little more sense to you.
Very true. So what I get from it is that when Christ comes into our life and we start to see things wither away and things that like people and everything like that wither away, and then like what it looks like when we're in the spotlight, like vice versa, like this napkin right here, y'all don't really care about because, you know, y'all see it next to me. But when I put this napkin in the middle, it starts to draw a little bit more attention. And that's kind of like how it is in Christ. It's just like, this is the center of attention, and we look like fools because we're praising the Most High. We're exalting the napkin up here, you know, not comparing God to a napkin, but you get what I'm saying. He's the great I am.
Bolt of lightning immediately.
Bolt to light. But yeah, like, so that's how I feel about it. Just being a fool for Christ. I'm down to be a fool for Christ. Yes, sir.
So I like just reading before a little bit. It says, "For I thank God." This is verse 9. "I think that God has exhibited us apostles as least of all, like men sentenced to death, because we have become a spectacle to the world, to angels and to men. We are fools for Christ's sake, but you are wise in Christ." Let's see. Who is he talking about?
Yeah.
I just kind of like grabbed a verse from my notes, so that just had stuck out to me. It's just like a lot of wisdom in that. It's a lot of wisdom in that.
It's recorded.
And it said, "Ye are honorable, but we are despised." I feel like it's kind of giving honor to God in each way, saying like we're not even fit enough to be like a part of the kingdom as of right now.
Like we don't deserve. Yeah. But he with him, like we have everything.
Exactly.
So that, man.
Like that's like, bruh, like that's like let's just say that we're truth juicers, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's somebody that's not a truth juicer, right? But we're like,
Are we being racist with truth juice now?
I think we are
Truth. You want a truth juicer? Get out of here.
kind of like that. And it's like we're shunning the truth juicer, but like we don't let them even sit around us or something like that. Like if they like, oh, I'm really such a fan. Mind you, we're not gonna do you like that, fans.
Still will. They'll probably do that to you.
He's been trying to kick this dude out for 3
Yo,
episodes.
I have been beating up on my fans and partners. But yeah, it's just like basically we don't deserve that. Like we don't deserve to be a part of God's great kingdom. But the great part about it is that him dying for us and be like, hey, you can still be a part of my kingdom just because
Is that he wants us. Like he doesn't need us, but we need him, and he knows that.
Say that again.
Like he doesn't need us, but we need him, and that he wants us, which is
You know what I'm saying? Like
makes me want to just shout, you know?
like that's pretty cool to me. Like how you can be like, I don't really need you, but I still want you.
Right.
That's cool to me. Like I don't need you, but I want you.
I think he makes because this is Paul writing to Corinth. In the next few verses, he starts talking. To this very hour, we go hungry and thirsty. We are in rags. We are brutally treated. We are homeless. We work hard with our hands. We are cursed. We bless. When we are cursed, we bless. When we are persecuted, we endure it. When we are slandered, we answer kindly. When we have become the scum of the earth, he's talking about God's people. And this, from what I'm reading, he says we have become the garbage of the world right up to this moment, was what the NIV says. And he says, I am writing this not to shame you, but to warn you as my dear children. Even if you had 10,000 guardians in Christ, you do not have many fathers. For in Christ Jesus, I became your father through the gospel. Therefore, I urge you to imitate me. For this reason, I have sent you Timothy, my son, whom I love, who is faithful in the Lord. He will remind you of my way of life in Christ Jesus, which agrees with what I teach everywhere in every church. So Paul's saying to Corinth, who's lost their way, he's saying, we do this stuff, even though it'll break you, it'll tear you in half, into 4 pieces, 8 pieces, however many limbs that they take off. We still do this for Christ, and we're not here to put others down because we're so holy. We're holier than thou.
Right.
And he says, I'm not writing this to shame you, but to warn you. Even if you have 10,000 guardians, you don't have many fathers, because he said, through Christ Jesus, I became your father through the gospel. So Paul is this loving father figure to this church, coming from the authority that God already put him into when he approached him as Jesus, in, was it Damascus when he was traveling from or to?
Yep.
In the very beginning. And now Paul's like, hey, listen, I'm your father in this moment, trying to give you warning of these things that can and will happen, because you do the things for Christ, because you preach the gospel, because you go out and you tell the truth of the word of God. You will be torn apart, but endure it. When they say the craziest things to you out in the streets, answer kindly. Don't answer with hate. Don't answer with foolishness. Don't answer with, turn the other cheek, and don't be the aggressor in this point, because we're doing it for a cause. We are the least of everyone. Act like it.
Like what you were saying there.
I love that, bro.
I love that, first off. But a lot of what you were saying reminds me of how we're viewed by most of the world now. Of how if we even try to speak our minds on something that we're the trash, don't listen to the Christians, that all they do is hate. All they do is that's not true. That's just what the world wants to put on us.
Right.
And
we're slandered beyond belief.
yeah.
It goes to what Pastor was saying today. Pastor in the sermon, he was just saying we shouldn't be caught up in everything that the world is doing. Once we're there, we're kind of we look like we're a part of them. You know what I'm saying? And it's like what happened at the Olympics, for instance.
Yeah.
The whole blasphemy and the mockery of the Last Supper was just beyond wild. And
But even in that, that was very disrespectful. But some Christians have to check on how they react to that. Because if you react with hate, they're not gonna.
They're gonna be like, "Look, this is what we were talking about the whole time."
Because that's what they want. They want to provoke us, and they want us to react accordingly. And we just can't do that because
we call it a higher standard.
Yeah.
I like that.
These lizard people are crazy, man.
Conspiracies. I seen a video where they were doing some weird stuff with their eyes up, down, slanted. You know what I'm talking about? It was
all AI, brother.
Yeah, it's a lot of conspiracies out there. Hey, I'm just trying to live and go to heaven type time.
That's right. That's all I want to do.
Only lizard I seen is the one Spider-Man fought.
Dr.
You actually saw him?
He's
Oh, lives. I'm on the screen.
I got you.
That was a good movie, by the way.
That was a good movie.
Well, that was a nice dive into that verse there.
Man,
It was.
I like that.
Okay, go ahead.
I got one thing before we end this out.
I don't know. I also have a thing before we end this out.
What is yours long? Is it a long thing?
No, it's more of a funny thing. So if
mine's just a question. What is the weirdest dream that y'all ever had in the past 2 months? Since January up until now, what is the weirdest dream you've had? Because I had one last night.
You go first. Wow.
Yeah, I
let me
like this.
think. Let me think on mine.
Let's
Okay, so like the weirdest dream I had, I think it was this morning, dude. I just remembered it. It was just the morning. I was so like discombobulated from it. I forgot what day it was. I dreamt that I was actually getting ready for church, and I was like, I was washing my face and like cleaning my hair out, and I only had this patch of hair right here, and then I had little strands of hair like this, and everything else was like bald, like I was balding, and dude, I could literally feel like my scalp, and I was like, that's so weird.
It sounds like you have an interfere of going bald.
No, I looked it up. Like, what does going bald in your dreams mean? And a lot of it was like stress, loss of control, anxiety, stuff like that. And I was like, am I losing control of something? Like my brain trying to tell me something?
Have you thinking on things?
Yeah, dude, I literally like I can feel it right now, and it gives me goosebumps.
You know, it's crazy. I'm one of those dream things, but I kind of like. I said kind of twice. I kind of know how to like interpret them and know what God is saying. So like literally, I had this dream where I'm in this car and I'm in the driver's seat, and this car like I can't press the brake pedal for nothing. But mind you, I'm not like crashing into anything.
Right.
I'm still like driving like a normal car. So I'm like, how am I driving? So I go into this mechanic shop, and there's these guys that subconsciously that I know, but subconsciously I don't know, but like in the dream I knew them. And so I'm just begging them like, hey, can you fix my car, please, just begging them, just can you fix my car, please? And they're like, you know, they're not with it, and I'm just like, come on, man, we go way back, and you know, they're just not with it. So as I wake up, I realized what God was saying to me. It was like, I'm trying to take control of what God is doing. That's the car, still going the way I'm not crashing, but me trying to press the brake pedal and do it myself, vice versa, letting God steer. Yeah, taking control. Same thing you were saying. That's why I hinted to this. And then when I went into the shop, I was seeking the approval of other people, other men.
Well,
trying to,
I use that in the broad term.
Pause. But yeah, I'm just trying to like get people to see what I'm like I'm hurting or what I'm going through, and the whole time I should just be going to God about it. So yep.
I like that.
So that's all the time we have, folks.
With mine, I've always had like a recurring dream. I have this recurring dream all the time.
Recurring dreams, dude.
But it's recurring. But the only thing that's recurring is the place that I'm at.
Oh, okay.
So it's always this house, like super nice house, that it's. I always have it. I've never seen this house in my life, so I don't know if I like created it in my mind or like from videos I've seen, like made this house.
Yeah, your brain just came up with it,
and then it's always the same one. And then like every time I'm in this house, like always like it's like good things are happening, like. I'm either with a family member or like friends, and I'm having a good time, and then like it switches over to completely different scenario of like I'm with people I don't know, and then we're in a bad situation, and we gotta do something quick or we're gonna die or something, and then like seconds later I'm in a different situation, and it's I don't know if y'all can catch anything from that, but it's just that's my dreams.
Well, what a house usually resembles is like your body and like the house, because the Lord usually refers to that as like keeping your temple clean and your household, your foundation. So the same house is probably because it's you, and then your different reactions and things like that happen inside the house is probably things that you need to work on in your personal life with X, Y,
we got
Z.
Gypsy Unk Stew over here coming in with like crystal. Where's the crystal ball at? Ryan, get the crystal ball. Get the crystal ball right here in the middle.
It's a gift. I can't help it, man.
It makes sense. It's always some.
What was your thing?
Yeah, what was your thing?
So this is starting to become a recurring segment of ours, of how did Hez almost die this week?
How did you almost die?
So last week, I almost got shot from someone's house Not really, but like
Go listen to the episode.
listen to the other
please.
podcast and
He's
you'll
being
understand.
very sarcastic.
Yeah. This time,
He actually almost got me in trouble.
yeah.
It was his
This
fault.
time, I almost legit perished.
Bro, he almost cracked his head open.
And let me tell the story.
I'm letting you tell a story. I'm just being very vague. I want Stu to be
Yeah.
involved in this.
I was always in the hospital. So I went on a youth ministry training event this weekend. And so I was in Airbnb. So we got home and I was going to take a shower. Just take a shower and head in for the night. So I get into the shower and it's a little slippery on the floor. There's no shower mat at all, which is kind of weird. I feel like most people should have shower mats, especially in an Airbnb with other people.
Airbnb,
So,
change your policies, man.
so I was just there and just showering normally, and then the shampoo bottle falls, and I was like, "Oh, let me go get it."
That's the thing that hit him on the head, almost just knocked him out for a while.
So I went and like slipped, dude. It was so slippery, super slippery. So when I fell back, I had to grab onto
The shower
pole,
the
or the
pole.
shower, whatever thing.
As you're falling,
As
the-
I'm falling,
the curtain pole,
I'm
he grabs
falling
the pole.
out of the shower. I was like this. So I fall back, grab it, and then come to find out, I was inches away from the vanity.
Dude. You know those things have
Inches.
sharp corners, too.
I was inches away from hitting my head, back of my head right there. But I grabbed the pole and like bent it and it came off the wall. And note, this is an Airbnb, not my house. So it just ripped completely off the wall and like it made this huge noise.
I got
funniest
so
thing.
many questions right now.
Oh yeah.
Almost dying. But the next thing that happens to him is the
So-
funniest thing. The next thing that
So, I am a big man. So if I fall, it's gonna make a noise.
Yeah.
So while I fell, dude, I fell and I caught myself, and then I just stood there for a second, heard nothing, and so I continued to get up, turn around as quietly as possible,
That's possible.
as possible. I got up, I even turned off the shower for a second just to see if anybody
what happened?
heard.
What happened?
I just stood there and I just continued to clean, and then I got out, and then come to find out that they did hear me.
Oh,
No one
Dude,
came.
nobody came to this man's rescue.
So apparently everybody thought I just fell in the shower and like, let's not embarrass Hezzy. Let's just let him. I almost died.
that's worse.
I could have been in the shower just laid up like
Yeah, just
just
Like Peter
dead,
Griffin from
and then
the
no
Villains.
one would have known. But what they said to me, they said that we went to go check. Someone was like, "Hey, you okay?" I didn't hear that at all. And then another friend of mine was like, "You should go check on him." And then my friend was like, "I think he's good," or something like that.
he's all right.
I think like that.
As he's just
And then-
bleeding out in the tub.
But I don't know. I don't know what's going on in their heads.
so, question. Like,
Yes.
you fell in slow mo. I'm just like,
It felt like slow-mo.
amazed that you can grab that,
Bro,
Why you falling?
that's all God, bro.
I mean,
That's all,
he is
yeah.
a tall dude, so it's like right here for him.
Yeah,
Very
and
true.
my first thought was like, do this to grab on.
Just trying to grab something. The shower
I'm
head,
thankful that was there.
the soap.
So
Because
you
it
tripped
would've
on the
been wraps
soap
for
or
your
the
boy.
water itself.
The water itself. That's
So-
how bad.
He went to go pick up the conditioner that fell.
Yeah, no,
Right.
because I was standing fine, and then the water started like going under my legs. So I was just like standing. I was standing, and then it fell. I was like, oh, let me move.
Let me pick
a little
it up.
bit. I moved the slightest bit. Your boy gone.
Your boy gone.
Your boy gone.
I think it was like
boy
a plot twist. I think the soap was trying to set you up itself because
Bro,
There's no
not
way it
even
was
this.
just water, bro.
On the Airbnb side,
yeah.
they put the soap, the conditioner thing on the. This was how big. This. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Arm's
This is how
length.
small. This is how small the things were on. They were like made to fall. They was trying to get your boy.
He said, but I came out on top. And nobody checked on me. All right, I think
Wild
we're running out of time.
business. But yeah, we're running out of time once
But
again.
that concludes how I almost died this
That
week.
concludes week 3 of how Hezzy
I almost died.
didn't ended
I think
up
that
not
needs to be a
existing.
segment at this point, a separate segment.
So, Hez,
We
did you?
cut, and then it goes to black screen. How did Hezzy almost
How did you
die
survive
this
this
week? Hezzy's survival stories, part 3.
This is True Juice Podcast. Once again, where we got to tell the truth. We squeezed that all out, and we labeled it as juice.
Your Uncle Stu?
Oh, yeah, my bad. I'm Uncle Stu. Let's try it again. That's going on bloopers. I got like mad tired for no reason. Welcome to the Truth Juice Podcast.
Oh my Lord,
man.
there's another one.
Can you do it for me, Hezzy?
I don't know how you say the intro, so I'm gonna have.
Okay, one more
Ready?
time.
Ready? Silence.
Zoom in. Can we zoom in?
This is all edited.
Welcome to the Truth Juice Podcast, where we got a truth.
Bro, we're doing an outro. Yeah, that's it.
I know,
It's just like, bro. Ryan's
Let
over
me
there
hit y'all with the
just
outro.
clicking buttons, like trying to get
Let me
this
hit
to
y'all.
stop.
Thank y'all for.
Well, hold on. Silence for a moment so that we can.
Yeah. Ryan just coming at us.
Okay. Ready? And just give it 3 seconds.
Welcome to the True Juice Podcast. Where we
Welcome?
Bro.
Bro, okay, just. I
I
got
am so. Dude, Ryan
it.
is dying in the back.
I got
I am
it.
so sorry.
it. I got it.
I'll let him get the
All right.
last one.
All right. Ready? 2.
Thank y'all for joining us this week on the Truth Juice podcast. We will thank y'all for, man.
Okay, I got it.
I got this one. No, I got it. I got it.
Okay, go.
Stu's
I
messing
got
me
it.
up.
I got it. On my right. Okay. Welcome to the. No, I'm just kidding.
This one.
That one.
He
That one.
Oh, you're right. No, my left. You're right. Okay, ready? Thanks for joining us on this episode of the Truth Juice Podcast, where we squeeze out the truth and label it as juice. I've been Zay,
This is Stu.
Your boy Hesitation.
and we'll
Thank
see you
you.
next time.
Leave a comment below. Yeah.
Leave a comment below.
Subscribe. Do all
Download
that.
on
Yeah.
Spotify
Yeah.
and Apple
Favorite us
Tunes,
somewhere.
Apple Tunes and YouTube Music. I don't know, dude. We'll put us on all the platforms. Netflix. We'll see you later.
All right, guys.
That's how you doing.
Same time.
Just once.
Sorry.
3, 2, 1.
Watch. All right.
Awesome.
So we got our sponsor, Tropicala
Taste.